Hi everybody, welcome to my third game this season. We're playing against SamE, Dominion League, B Division. So far we've got a 7-5 record, still 3 more games to play and everything's in it from promotion to demotion, though promotion will be hard because in A. Smith he's already had a pretty good season. Let's see what we can get. So this first board, what's there? There's Catapult for trashing. There's also Count for trashing, but Catapult makes Count a bit awkward. There's also no actions. Triumph. Well, you can gain some cards, but not many during a turn. There's also no additional buy. There's ways to gain more than one card, like there's Armory, there's Ball, Artificer and stuff, but not too much you can do. So I think we're gonna open Catapult, Wishing Well maybe. I think it will be nice to, well, there's Necropolis, so there is plus action, actually. Only one plus action, but there is. And I think we might want to keep the Necropolis around. He goes for the Catapult as well. Could also be double Catapult. Goes for the Catapult, Wishing Well. Let's think for a moment about double Catapult. Sure, why not, right? We don't need to hit like big price points. We want to add in some Wishing Wells and then buy Peddlers ideally. If we draw both with the Necropolis, that's already a Peddler, so. And we can attack him more often that way. So let's see, hope that he does not attack us here. Then we can buy a Wishing Well. Don't think we wanna trash the Overgrown Estate. We might draw the Catapult dead, the other, and also we wanna attack. So, well, he's got the Catapult on top, alright. We know that now. Oh, he hits 5 for Ball. That's nice as well. Balling for 2 Wishing Wells. Well, Wishing Well and Catapult, so he decides to get a second as well. We're gonna buy a Wishing Well. And now he's gonna attack us, so we're just gonna trash copper and not buy anything. Like he will do. A lot of the upcoming turns will be like that. Trashing copper, not buying anything. That's what Catapult does. Later we might add in like a hunting grounds for draw. We only have one village, that makes it awkward. But it would be nice to be able to draw. I think he'll have his Catapult here. So we discard like this. Wish for a copper. If we can draw it, we can buy a Wishing Well. He's probably gonna be able to buy a Peddler here, which is pretty nice. I think the 5 on turn 3 is pretty good for him. Okay, so let's see if we can find the copper. There's 3 in here. Oh, there it is. So another wishing well. And here, well, do we want to keep the necropolis? If we draw catapult or wishing well of this, we can buy a peddler, and if not, we're not like. If not, we'd need to draw a copper for a wishing well, but I think we're gonna try for the peddler. Oh well, we have to get the wish right now, otherwise we can't play the second catapult. So we did just discard 2 coppers. We trashed 3 already, so there's 2 in there. There's Hobble, Overgrown Estate, and a wishing well as well. So copper will be the best odds, so we try that. Oh nice, we get it. That was actually pretty good. So we get the attack and then can buy a peddler. Here we're gonna discard these shelters again. Hope that we can draw like peddler and another action, so we can buy another peddler. So right now our decks are pretty much identical, I think. We trashed 1 more copper, so that's good. Other than that, we both have 2 wishing wells, 2 catapults, and a peddler each. Now we've both got 4 coppers trashed. Okay, so let's see what we can find here. What's down there? Peddler, wishing well, it's all uniques. Peddler, wishing well, catapult, copper, and the necropolis. What would we like to draw? So, or maybe we try for wishing well. If we get that, we get a chance to get to peddler. Oh, it was the necropolis. So we don't buy anything here. We don't want the duchess. Catapult makes for a really sad early game. Just really oppressive on boards like this. So we've got 2 coppers left. Here we hope to get to a peddler. Doesn't buy anything as well. Again, it's Catapult, Necropolis, Copper, Hovel, and a Wishing Well down there. Let's try for the Wishing Well again. Oh, we get it. Nice. What did I say? What's left? Hovel, Catapult, and a Copper. So we could, we would like to get a second Catapult. If it's on top, we can just trash the Overgrown Estate and draw it that way. So let's wish for Copper maybe. Oh, it's on top, so we can draw it up. And get a Peddler. That was a pretty nice turn. Slow and steady. So in there's Peddler, 2 Wishing Wells, and a Catapult. So think we keep the Copper here and hope to not draw the Catapult. Oh, he doesn't attack us. Alright. Maybe, well, no, Ball doesn't work with Peddlers. So we've got to keep buying them one at a time. What's left? Catapult and Peddler, right? So doesn't matter, we just wish for something. Do we want to drop the Peddler? I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? If we do, we're gonna hit 4. And what does that give us? The question is, could we do something else than just buying a Peddler here? Because that's only adding 1 economy to our deck. Maybe we could add an Armory now. Because we don't need both of these Catapults anymore, and the Armory could gain us Wishing Wells or even Silvers to feed our Catapult. Let's try that, I think, because just buying a single Peddler is not inspiring at all. We're clean now, that's pretty good, and he still got 2 Coppers and the Overgrown Estate to trash. I mean, you could also try and gain cheap stuff with Artificers. Because you can pick the stuff up if you know what you discard, you can pick it up well with Wishing Wells. Need to track our deck closely now to guarantee these wishes. Here we're gonna discard Armory and Catapult. Assuming he attacks us, maybe doesn't trash a Copper. Maybe the Overgrown Estate now. I'm assuming he's got... Oh, gets rid of his Catapult, alright. Probably because he wanted to hit 5. He goes for the Artificer. Okay. Well. Drop the curse. So What do we put on top? Could be a silver. Then we'll hit 5. And what do we want to do with this silver? Do we want an artificer? Could also ball for 2 wishing wells. Think I want to get some wishing wells first before we add in an artificer. Because we need to increase our hand size to discard. So let's go like this. Do we want to get rid of the curse first? Yeah. And now we ball for 2 wishing wells. Oh, ball does work in Peddler. So maybe we do want Peddlers, right? Yeah, I was confused about ball. Of course, it's in your buy phase, so Peddler is already lowered cost. Okay, let's see what he does with his artificer. Might discard 3 to gain a wishing well, but don't know if he can pick everything up again. I mean, we can add some peddlers, wishing well, maybe an artificer, and then eventually we buy hunting grounds and then discard. Gain and play with artificer will be a lot easier to do. So maybe you can utilize Triumph here. Don't know if it's worth to try and go for it. Okay, what do we wish for here? There's Peddler, Catapult, Wishing Well, so we wish for Catapult. So we remove a stop card if it's there. It's not there. Now we know what the last card is. It's Catapult. Okay, now we top deck a Wishing Well, so we can pick both of these in our discard up. And I think we get rid of the second Catapult now. And we can ball for Peddler, Wishing Well. And maybe now we can add in an Artificer. Don't know if we need to. We do have 6 Peddlers to 4, I believe. Oh no, I don't. He balled for 2 last turn, right? So it's 5/5. Eventually we can also get rid of this armory with our catapult. And yeah, if you wanna add in a hunting grounds, then we wanna play that. Oh, we can also play it over catapult and still gain stuff with armory. We'll just see how it plays out. I think an artificer now would be nice, and then a hunting grounds afterwards. Maybe we can even gain the hunting grounds of the artificer, although that's hard because you need like an 8-card hand. You need like Necropolis and then a cantrip to also draw it up and play it. So that's not easy. He's also drawing a stack. Let's see what he catapults now. Still has his overgrown estate. So again, our decks are kind of equal. He has the artificer, we've got the armory. Apart from that, there's not a whole lot of difference there. Did he artificer for something? Yeah, he artificered for a wishing well. That's why he's got 4 now. Oh, he also still had a copper left. We discard like this. He balls for the last 2 wishing wells, alright. So he's got 6 and we've got 4. Okay, that was 3 peddlers. There's 2 wishing wells down there. There's a catapult. We wish for the stop card again. Wish for the stop card. Okay, now we know it's... Oh, well, wait a minute. We trashed our catapult, so there's actually no catapult down there. Those were some wasted wishes. So what's the bottom card? Can't be wishing well. Do we have 6 peddlers after all? How many did he play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. I've got no clue what this last card is. So is it a wishing well? We discarded armory and necropolis, right? So, oh no, we didn't see the catapult, so I was confused again. Let's play the wishing well first. Draw up everything. So we can gain a silver here and trash that, curse and attack him. That sounds kinda good. So do we add in an artificer now? I mean, gaining and playing stuff that's more expensive than wishing wells is not gonna be easy. So I don't know if the Artificer actually helps us a lot. Especially since we also only have 4 wishing wells to his 6. So maybe something else. It could be a gold. Gold is alright. Help us hit province. Don't want the hunting grounds right now because it's not helping us a lot. So we go for the gold. He's got 2 curses as well in his deck, so the cursing hurts him. Should hurt him. Let's see if we can get through. There's a stop card on top. Oh, he does know the bottom card, of course. Yeah, it's looking like he's gonna get through. But I don't think he can do a whole lot of Artificer discard. Well, he's got a Peddler and a Wishing Well left. No, he doesn't have a Wishing Well left, so can't really discard. And he can discard like for a silver, for example, and pick that up with the last Peddler. What else is in his hand? 2 curses and an overgrown estate, catapult, Peddler, and the 6th card is something. It's the Necropolis. Okay. So he could discard like Necropolis, overgrown estate, curse, put a silver on top, pick it up, and then with the catapult, then a curse or trash the silver. He really wants to attack us though, because if he doesn't, that makes it pretty easy for us to attack him again, and then that's pretty ugly for him. So if we hit 8 now, I think we're just gonna buy a province. Buy provinces while we can, and then if we miss at some point, we add in either a hunting grounds or a smithy maybe. Could both help us in the end game. Yeah, so he's thinking about his options here. It's a bit of an awkward spot for him because he wants to get rid of his curses, but they'll just keep coming in if he just trashes the curse. Oh, he top decks his smithy. Alright. Yeah, that's nice for him. I like that. now he can thin a curse. Oh, he buys a count. Okay. That's interesting. That sure is interesting. So we draw on. Let's see what's on top. Hopefully not the Necropolis. The Necropolis is the stop card we have left, so we wish for that. Oh, it's on the bottom. Okay, so do we want to gain a smithy here? Or just a silver? More catapult food? I think we do like keeping the attack up. And we province now. Here I think we're gonna keep the gold. Well, I'm assuming he's attacking us, but really he isn't, right? He's got no treasures to trash. There's the count. Silver is also an okay card in our deck now that we add in green. Okay, what do we wish for? Silver. Oh, there's silver and Necropolis down there. There's also 2 more peddlers and 2 more wishing wells. So I think we do wanna wish for the stop card still. Let's wish for the silver. Let's do it again. Oh, there it is. Okay, we wish for the other stop card, which is Necropolis. There it is. Do we top deck a silver? That's alright. Just catapult another silver and top deck 1. And we buy another province. So maybe he got the count to somehow handle these curses. But of course that's not easy as well. You first need to draw them up with your count. And also you're getting attacked. Like, it's got a 4 card hand now. Could be counting all curses, which would be nice. But I think we're in a good spot. We're up 2 provinces. Our deck is working nicely. Let's hope it stays that way. There's his count. So, oh, there's a curse on top. Oh, that was a really nice trash for him. Also, he's got a copper now that he can trash to his catapult, should he wish so. Okay, what do we wish for? So maybe we wanna wish for Peddler now. There's 4 Peddlers in here. Oh, we got one. Could top deck a smithy. Well, nah. I mean, we could top deck and draw it, but then we draw everything dead. So I think just play the wishing well for now. What's left? 2 wishing wells, 2 peddlers, province and gold. Think. So if we draw the gold, that's alright. Because then we'll have 8. Well, but then we actually need to... We need to trash like the armory. Don't know if we want that. Or maybe. We wish for province, I think. Okay. We wish for province again. There it is, nice. There's wishing well and gold left. There's the gold. Okay, we just repeat. Top deck silver. Catapult 1 by province. We could almost, yeah, maybe next turn we can win by emptying curses. Like if we give out one more and maybe top deck a curse with armory. So we gotta keep that in mind. And then ball for the last 2. Oh, he just resigns, alright. Okay, nice, we win the first one as second player, that's always nice. Huh. I'm surprised how well we were able to keep up the silver trashing attacks. So what's this? We can top deck a chapel with traveling fair. And that's what we're gonna do right afterwards. What do you do? Could be some spices money. Spices into money. He does the same. Okay, here we're just gonna trash 1 and buy a silver, I think. What's left down there is copper and a state. Now we've got copper silver down there. We'll buy a second silver. We wanna hit 5 for spices. He goes for the bonfire. Trashes the chapel. Okay. That's an interesting line. He should have 4 coppers in his hand now. Yeah, then he buys. Oh. I like it. He's got 4 coppers now, buys the silver, then he can buy spices. I mean, you can also build here, right? There's all the stuff you need for an engine, and there's Vineyards. But it might take long because the payload is just money. Okay, so we've got silver copper down here. If we do chapel, estate, bonfire as he did, we've got exactly 5 next turn, right? Right, we'll have 3 coppers and a silver. So we're gonna do that. And then we can buy spices. Oh, it goes for the cut purse. Okay, well, we've got coppers, so cut purse does stuff. But there's also Duchy Duke. Well, there's several options on how to green here, and I'm not at all sure what the best approach is. You can just straight up go for provinces, but just spices again. Let's see what he does. I mean, we can still transition into other stuff from this deck. So maybe actually, I don't know. Don't think I'm good with Duchy Duke, so I'm having real trouble judging it. We can add in the lackeys as well. Now the cut purse bottom decked. Still unsure on how to continue. Vineyards could also be, could score a lot of points. Just add in some mining villages, lackeys. Yeah, I think he's also like eyeballing that stuff. Vineyards, adding action cards to his deck. Because emptying all 8 provinces by yourself is not easy. Maybe we just go mining village, double lackeys. Let's actually do spices double lackeys. We could also use a coffer and traveling fair for lackeys. That sounds actually kinda nice. Got all these coffers sitting around, not doing anything with them. And we can also top deck all of these guys. Do we want to top deck all of them? I think 3 is enough. Like if one of them bottom decks, that's nice for us. Don't have to use up all those villagers. Need to add in some mining villages as well. Because the villagers won't last forever. And this is a somewhat tricky board. More tricky than I had expected on the first look. Because you've got like 3 different options: Vineyards, Duchy Duke, and Provinces. But yeah, seeing how this played out, I think definitely going straight for Provinces is not the right move. Because your opponent can just outscore you on Vineyards, build a better deck, and you won't be able to empty 8 provinces fast enough on your own. The only question that remains is Duchy Duke actually viable? Now maybe you do it later, because Vineyards, they can easily be like worth 5 to 6, I would say. Add in some mining villages, menageries. Menageries will be hard to trigger. Oh, he goes for a gold now. Okay. Yeah, we wanna draw that up the spices. So we can just we could go maybe we can just go hard on lackeys, can't we? Mining village, 3 lackeys. What's our deck look like now? We've got 5 lackeys. After that we'll have 8 lackeys, a mining village, that's 9 action cards. So Vineyards at 3 already. Maybe we do mining village. Maybe we do 2 mining villages, 2 lackeys, spend the coffers. We will also think we wanna add in a potion about now. This would be a nice hand to have a menagerie in. We'll add some of those later. You can also add red catchers to increase our action count. They are cheap. Okay, so he's increasing his payload. Okay. I mean, we're making 11. Maybe we can also add in some more payload still. Do we want to add the potion now? I think we do, because mining villages, they will run soon, and then there won't be a lot of time to buy vineyards, because when they'll empty it will be over. So we could do what we could do is like potion and 3 red catchers. The red catchers don't really do anything. The mining village, we don't need it like that urgently. Still have some villagers left. Let's go potion and 3 red catchers. Go full for the vineyard points. Oh, well, we can do 2 red catchers in the menagerie. Could also think about bonfiring again, but like getting rid of 2 coppers, actually we need them to make money. So he's probably gonna get a potion as well now. I would think. Or maybe he's not going for Vineyards. Maybe he's got something else in mind. And yeah, red catchers, they can also run really fast. And you also get points while running them out if you have Vineyards, so that's pretty nice. Maybe we get a second potion this turn. Yeah, he's going for it as well. Gonna buy a potion now, yeah. Nice, we draw the mining villages up. There's like menagerie down there and 2 lackeys, I think. And then there's a copper, so I don't think we play this guy. How much do we have? We have 6, 10, 13. So yeah, we wanna keep the. We only used 1 villager this turn, so looking good on this side. Let's get a second potion now. Second potion, Vineyard, and 2 menageries. So how much is the Vineyard? It's 4 points. We need 1 more to score, for our score to go up. So don't think we're gonna be able to activate this menagerie, but maybe if we get real lucky with the draw. How much does he have? I clicked away the thing. It's got 4, 7, 9, 15 plus 2 potentially. But he's got more payload. Oh, of course, he's got the gold. He's got the gold and 1 less copper. But he's also got a cut purse, so he has 4 more than us. Yeah, if we draw everything, we have 11. That's right. So let's see if he gets a second potion as well. Well, it's gonna be pretty awkward for him already, I think, because if he buys a vineyard here, gets a second potion, we buy 2. Then there's 4 left. And also menageries and stuff will empty, so he might be in a tough spot with 4 vineyards, and if he buys 2, he might leave us a pile out. That's why I wanted to get into the vineyards early. Yeah, so now on our turn we would like to buy like 2 vineyards, 2 menageries, ideally. Oh, additional potion. Oh, we don't want to trash anything. Just play the lackeys. More lackeys. Okay, this won't activate, so we play it first. What's on top? I think there's a lackeys on top, right? No, there's the spices. We want that. Okay. So let's see. We'll have to be careful that we don't leave him a pile out on his turn. So he's got 4 spices. Well, last turn he had 15. He's now gonna have 17 plus 3 coffers, that's 20, and 5 buys. So he could buy like 2 vineyards, have 3 buys left. And like if we buy 2 menageries now, then what could he pile? He could pile menageries and red catchers. The first 2 menageries cost 6 and a buy. Then he would have 1 buy left and 14. Could buy a red catcher. It's 0 buys and 12. And then the last 4 red catchers he can buy with traveling fairs. So each one is $4 basically at 16. So he doesn't have enough for that, right? Could he pile spices and menageries? Two menageries, that's 14. No, he doesn't have enough for that. So I think actually 2 menageries and a vineyard, that's fine. Can even traveling fair. We could also traveling fair for a menagerie and a mining village, because we have some concerns of running out of actions during our turn. Then he would need to buy 3 menageries after his 2 vineyards, and then there's 4 mining villages left and he can't pile that. So I think we want to do that, because we can also pile 3 menageries with the last 2 vineyards. And we want to put mining village menagerie on top. So we're traveling fair. Put one of these on top. Put a mining village on top. We buy 2 vineyards. Don't want a top deck, I think. Can we afford a red catcher on top? Is the question. Okay, same calculation. After 2 vineyards, he's got 3 buys left. 20. He'd need to buy 3 menageries. For 9, he's got 0 buys. Then he's got 11. And for red catchers again, it's not enough. So we can also top deck this guy. And maybe we top deck the last vineyard to make our menagerie activation chance better. Go for it. Nice, that's a good starting hand. Okay, let's see if we calculated correctly. Maybe we left him an easy pile out. Well, yeah. If he does manage to pile, he also outscores us while doing it, because he's gonna be piling these action cards. He's gonna have 2 BP more, something like that. Oh, he can trash mining villages. That's not something that I accounted for, and that might be what gives him the win. Of course, it's pretty well. Now you've got to take into account that will also lower your vineyard score, so it's not that easy, but I did not think about that. How many does he have of these mining villages? I think we've got 2, no, we've got 3, so he's also got 3, so he's got 6 more, or $6 more. If he trashes all of them, also costs him a BP though, which he will get back by emptying, but then maybe he can only tie. Complicated stuff. He does not decide to trash this one. Oh, he kind of does. Okay. So if we draw, he should be able to win. Yeah, if we draw, we have a win, but first we need to draw. Well, I mean, maybe he doesn't buy 2 vineyards now, but that doesn't really help him, right? because if he doesn't, we're gonna end up with 5 to his 3 anyway, and I don't think he can make that up. So he kind of needs to buy these vineyards and hope he does. Let's see, it's a tough spot for him. That was, I guess, pretty unlucky that he did it there. Well, he doesn't have 7 lackeys like we do. He's got some amount of menageries, but they are not easy to activate, so it's kind of hard to draw. And maybe it will be hard for us now as well. We'll have to hope that it works out with our villagers, or that we draw up everything we need. He buys 1 vineyard. Okay. Will he buy 2? Maybe there's a line that just buys 1 vineyard, but still, if I buy 2, he only gets 3, and then he can't outscore us. Well, there's provinces on the board as well. Oh, nice. Another activation. That's great. What's down here? I think a lackeys and a copper. So let's think for a bit. Can we win here? We've got 4 buys. So we can make 14. It's not enough to pile. We could just buy 2 vineyards. So vineyards are 5 for us now. If we buy like 2 vineyards and 3 menageries, which we have the money for, then that will bump us up again. So we'll have 5 times 6, we'll have 30 points. Can he outscore that? He'll just have to buy like 1 vineyard. He'll be at like 19 and 2 provinces. He can do that. So maybe we should not buy 3 menageries. Rather 2 vineyards in the province. I forgot how many actions do we have, but we can reconstruct, right? We have 7 lackeys, 3 menageries, 4 menageries, that's 11, 3 mining villages, that's 14. So we are 1 off from bumping up our vineyards. So we could buy 2 vineyards, province, and a rat catcher using 1 coffer. Yeah, now we have 36. It's not gonna be able to outscore that, I don't think. And now, if he doesn't touch the vineyards, then we can finish on like vineyard, rat catcher or something on our turn. Yeah, so there was vineyard. How does he have only 12 now? Did he trash something? Oh yeah, mining village. That cost him a VP, I believe. So his vineyards are worth 4. Or maybe... he's got... they're worth 3. Maybe I was being overcautious. Maybe vineyard to provinces was not enough. I didn't really calculate it in detail. Do we trash a lackeys here to activate menagerie? It's the same amount of draw. It will cost us 6 points, but we will get them back. We just need 6. Or we need... lackeys for... If we don't get it, then that sucks. But if we don't get it, we would... And also we wanna use these... It's not gonna cost us a villager. Let's just do it. 5 points it cost us. Oh, that's a pity. Oh, we barely got there, right? Whew. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm back. Something that just came to my mind. On that last turn, I played a mining village, and I should have trashed that. To have 2 more coins wouldn't have cost me points, and we needed the money. So if we had missed there by $2, that would have been entirely my own fault. Okay, what's this? Ugly stuff, ugly. we could trade turn 1. That sounds stupid, but probably should just in our next hand we'll have 4. Could go Pooka, church. You could open trade and church. It's not terrible. Over Pooka church, because then we'll have to take more curses to hit price points, and trade 2 silvers in our deck is actually pretty nice early on. Let's do it. Just because it's a stupid opening. And when do you get to do that? 2 silvers for 2 estates and a curse. Well, 2 silvers and a curse for 2 estates. Good deal. He goes for the double church. That's an opening that, well, it was available to us, but in a worse way. We can just trade again. Maybe now we get a Pooka. No, we can get it next turn. We can trade here. I don't know where that love for trade is coming from. Well, my love for trade is coming from all of a sudden, but just feel like doing it. Maybe we'll get a horde or something. Play some money-ish thing. That doesn't sound terrible. So Pooka now. Our church missed, which is a bit sad, but it's alright. Would like to get a second church, I think. Or maybe not. But what are we gonna do here? Well, we can church 2 coppers. I think second church is nice. I mean, all our estates are gone, so he goes for the money lender. Doesn't want the Pooka. And I think we just buy a horde here, and then we can green. Well, he trades as well. Trash the curse. Buy a horde. And we are ready to green. Maybe... Don't think we set aside anything. Pooka the stuff. Well, could buy a province, could buy a road network. Yeah, I think we want to buy the province with our horde. This next hand, it will have like, well, we can't know for sure, but using the cursed gold will probably be able to hit 8. Would like to have road network. Oh, not 8. But it's alright. We can wait one more turn. Gets a horde as well. Do we trash copper? I think we do. And we can just set everything aside. I know, we've got a nice small deck. Gets a road network. Trash copper. What's down there? Like silver. There's one silver down there. Could trash the cursed gold. Set the Pooka aside. Well, no. Let's play it now. There should be a silver and 3 coppers down there. Which is 5. So we can set aside cursed gold and a silver with this church. Let's hope we counted correctly. We did. Not just province. He's gonna also reliably hit province here, I think. Maybe adding in a pawn at some point would have been nice. Because we'd really like a buy. Don't trash. Here we can. Oh. We could have trashed the cursed gold, right? Well, we just set it aside now. Don't know what we're keeping it for. We're second player and we're ahead in points, which is pretty nice on boards like this where you just reliably single province all the time. Because we can buy the second to last province without worrying. Do we get rid of the cursed gold now? We don't want to play it, right? Why would we want to play it? We've got 2 golds that will draw up, so we just set aside 3 silvers. Yeah, now we don't want to trash. We can set aside a guaranteed province for next turn and buy the second to last, and we are pretty much won. There's nothing he can do. Right, we'll have enough for a province here. And he can't buy that. He needs to buy a duchy now, but we already have it guaranteed, so we've got this game. Nice. Don't crash. And actions. Okay. Nice. So we're up 3-0. Like in our last match. Let's see if we can win this one. The last one we ended 3-3, which is alright as well, but being up 3-0 would certainly like to win the whole thing. Okay, so this is a board. This is something. So there's Recruiter. There's also Shepherd. Which those two don't like each other too well, because Recruiter wants to trash the estates in the beginning. Of course, later you could add in a treasure trove and get villagers that way, but what are you using villagers for anyway? Vault, Marauder and stuff. Maybe we'll start out Silver Marauder. There's also Procession, but it doesn't look that great here. So I guess Silver Marauder, try to spike 5 for Recruiter. There's also Pouch, which I forgot about, but it's nice, you have an additional buy. He buys a Tracker, which probably means he has the 5-2. Yeah, so early Recruiter for him. Do we want a Tracker as well? Sure. We do hit 5 as well, that's cool. We can get our Recruiter. We can add Shepherds later. Right now the estates belong to the Recruiter. He wants to trash him. I think the Marauder does hurt him, because Recruiter is not great for trashing ruins. I think we'll get a second Recruiter now. Oh, he goes for Shepherd Estate. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, second Recruiter, I think. Okay, nice, we can junk him again. Oh, he takes the flag. Oh, let's see, we can take it back. Do we want to? Sure, why not? That's also a Recruiter target, and we would really like to steal it from him, and we don't want to add like a treasure trove yet. We see two recruiters, that's excellent. We want to play the tracker first, I think. There might be Sun's Gift and stuff. We'll still have a villager to play one of our recruiters. Goes for another shepherd. And the flag war begins. No. So we just trash this flag bearer, take the flag back. Do we want another recruiter? Could also be treasure trove. Oh, well, we can top deck. So in this case, another recruiter. And then I think we'll add a treasure trove soon. He takes the flag back. We'll add a treasure trove soon, and then buy some provinces, and then later we can also use shepherds for draw. Trash this. Let's see what the tracker gives us. There's the Sun's Gift. We wanna discard the pasture, I think so. Rather. Do we wanna top deck spoils? No. Do we want the flag again? Maybe it's treasure trove time now. Yeah. He can have it for now. We can take it back next turn or something. I mean, it could also be flag bearer silver. Yeah, let's do that. And then maybe next turn a treasure trove. We don't want it on top. We want a silver. It's okay. Flag bearer is such a ridiculous card. I kind of hate it, but it's also funny in its own unique way. Still got 2 ruins. Okay. There's no Sun's Gift, right? Is there other stuff that we would want? Well, we could like gain a Wisp in top deck, so let's play the tracker first. Silver, well, we don't want to top deck that. Let's get rid of a copper here. Don't know if we want to keep that pasture or not. Or we can decide. Actually, maybe we want to trash the flag bearer. Just for the stupid flag war. And then now it will be a good time to add in a treasure trove. Here we can discard treasure copper. Could also add a vault. Use vaults for draw for now. It's a really expensive mode. That does not sound great at all. So let's not do that. Sounds inefficient. Just treasure trove. We wanna top deck it though? No. We wanna get to this recruiter. And this flag bearer game. I don't know. Maybe it just let him have the flag. But for him it's really nice, right? Because it's pretty nice to start with a bigger hand if you have Shepherd and good amount of green in your deck. So it's pretty helpful for him, the flag. And I don't really wanna give him that. I don't know. Goes for a hideout. Well, yeah, that's nice against the ruins, of course. Let's trash a copper here. Sure, we trash a copper. We can buy a province, and we will. Don't wanna top deck. I don't wanna top deck that either. Well, now he's got the flag, but that's alright. Let him have it. That's a nice boon. Draws up the last card of his deck. Whatever it is. But he's drawing nicely with these shepherds and the estate, so what he's doing is working well. Shepherd estate, I guess. Yeah, and top decking both. That's pretty good. So what's this? It's on the bottom like spoils. Still undecided about the pasture. Here we hit 8. another province. At some point we want to add in a shepherd, but not now, we only have one province. I think I like his deck better now than mine, because he can draw up. He can actually draw cards while we can't. We are cleaner, which is nice. I'm not sure by how much though. He's gotten rid of all the ruins. And also most of his coppers probably, so I guess that's actually not true that we are cleaner. He's just got some amount of estates in his deck, but he wants them. He wants to have them. So yeah, seems like what he's doing turned out better. He had a 5-2, which is nice as well, but his overall approach seems to have been better. We trashed the Marauder. Yeah, the ruins are not hurting him much anymore, and we can buy a province that way. That's a pretty nice boon. Free flag bearer. Oh, we've got 3 provinces now. It would be cool to hit 12, but that's pretty hard for us to buy a province shepherd. We really want a shepherd now. Well, I mean, we can also buy Duchy shepherd, that's also okay. That's only 9, which seems a lot more doable. Maybe we also get rid of one of our recruiters now. We've kind of given up on the flag war. Don't know. Didn't seem like we were in a favorable position to do anything there. Also, trashing flag bearers was also pretty nice for him, because he didn't want the states to trash. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. So the flag war for him, it was beneficial, right? Because he got the flag and he had stuff to trash to his recruiters, because he didn't want to trash the estates. And for us, it was not so beneficial. It was just buying flag bearer to take it from him. Yeah, so actually that flag war was pretty nice for him. There's pasture on top. How much is this? 5. It's 9. So let's buy Duchy shepherd. Trash the recruiter. Yeah, he's just got a better deck now. He's got a flag, he's got 4 shepherds to our 1. He's also got a treasure trove, so we've got basically no advantage left. Should be pretty hard to win this one. We're gonna try, but I don't expect to win this. yeah. Yeah, like considering all the things, this flag bearer made his build a lot better. Well, not only flag bearer, but it really helped by giving recruiter food and also doing something else. I mean, that's the point. You can also just buy silvers to feed to your recruiter, but that's not amazing. If you feed the flag bearer to your recruiter and get the flag back that way, that's pretty great. Can buy province shepherd here, and he does. And now we've got all these villagers and nothing to do with them. Oh nice, there's the shepherd, just when we need it. Tracker first. Oh, that's nice again. And this is just another province. Do we want top deck gold? What's on top? Province pouch. Province pouch and something. Maybe copper. I do think we want to top deck gold. The copper not so much. And the province also we don't want to top deck. Oh, there was the silver. I mean, points wise it's still looking okay, but this deck should just work better. We're not 100% out of it, but he should have higher chances of winning, I think. We'll have to be a bit lucky that he dots or something, but it's pretty hard for him to dot with 5 shepherds and lots of green in his deck and the flag. So I don't see how he's gonna dot. How much do we have in this hand? It's for 11. Probably province estate, and then we hope. Then we'll have to hope. Let's see what he buys here. Province something, I would guess. And we'll have to buy the second to last province and hope that we draw well on our next turn, like draw the shepherd with lots of green. Maybe he can double. I don't think he has enough money in his deck. Maybe he can do province duchy or something. Maybe he can set up his next turn with this wind's gift. I think, no, he's just drawing everything. Maybe there was a way to set up his turn. Yeah, province duchy it is. Well, he's got a treasure trove, but that's not. And also he shouldn't double, right? Because then we win. Province duchy, right? Yeah. Okay. Province and 2 estates, I think, and we'll have hope. We just have to hope. I don't see any point in Going like double duchy estate, or is there? That would put us at 35, but still, the longer it goes, the more his advantage will grow. He'll hit. Well, maybe actually province and top deck shepherd. Yeah, that's better. We don't need 2 estates when we're playing for a dot. We could also consider shepherd duchy estate and top deck that. But, well, he can also just draw up to double province and win. So we just play for the dot. If he draws, he draws. Oh! He does. Okay. He does that. Now we just need to find 8. It's easier said than done. There it is. Wow. Okay. We get lucky. We do get lucky. Won't complain. Won't complain about that. Ooh, this looks like something. This looks like a thing. There's crop rotation, so we want a pop lamp as fast as possible. How do we get there? Do we open? What do we open? Secret cave would be. I kind of want to open secret cave because that might help us hit crop rotation. And crop rotation is nice. Then you also want to get swashbucklers and stuff later. But the first priority is getting magic lamp to pop. And warehouse is also gonna be helpful with that crop rotation. So maybe secret cave warehouse or secret cave silver. Well, I think secret cave warehouse is alright. If we're gonna discard anyway to secret cave, then we can also just get rid of. We can also play a warehouse with it. Because we're gonna pass the turn anyway. And we draw both on turn 3, so continuing our professional draws. If you can draw like that, you don't need to play well. That's what I want to say. Right, could be expand, but no, crop rotation first. That's gonna be really helpful. So how many uniques do we have right now? We've got 4, and we want to get to 6 uniques. Maybe if we hit 7 now, which I don't think we will, we could get an expand, and then that would help us get there. He's got 5 uniques. 6 now, so he can theoretically pop the lamp. Could discard and gain a mode. Could also not discard. Buy like a workers' village. The plus buy will be helpful. Then next turn, if we draw it, we could buy like mode scheme or something. Yeah, let's get a workers' village, I think. Can get the expand later. He might be able to pop next turn by top decking scheme. Oh, I don't know if between the warehouse discard he can really have 5 uniques, but I think he can, because yeah, most of them are cantrips, right? He can play scheme, secret cave, then afterwards warehouse, then he still has a 4-card hand which can be expand, silver, copper and lamp. Okay, nice. Three. So maybe now we discard, so we already get the cave in play, and we buy a mode. Okay, we should be able to pop here. Oh, we're reasonably likely at least, and he's gonna pop here as well, I think. Well, yeah, no. Yeah, he's gonna pop. He needs a card for expand, but he's got that. You can expand copper or something. Hasn't gotten crop rotation yet, and maybe he's skipping it because he can just expand his estates. Yeah, trashing an estate. We do already have a village that is nice, so we can like gain a Swashbuckler and play it. Okay, that's the pop for us as well. Do we want an expand now? For us, expand, what does it do? Well, it expands coppers into 3s. It's not amazing. There's Tomb, of course, but it's not like we need the expand right now. And maybe we just want to buy villages so we can wish for Swashbucklers and play them. Or like one could also be a hireling. So it could be port. Workers' village or something. We're not gonna have a lot of economy, but that's fine. Next turn, because the secret cave discard won't be active. Yeah, actually, let's go for Port Workers Village. Maybe we can get the expand next turn. Don't have an estate to discard in the starting hand, which is a bit sad, but it's gonna happen at some point. Yeah, for him it's a bit hard to gain and play with the wishes. Well, I mean, he can wish for villages, and that's alright, but I do like the fact that we already have the villages and we can just wish for Swashbucklers. And maybe one of the wishes can be a hireling. Would be nice to have one in play. There's also good ways to activate your Swashbucklers between Warehouse and Secret Cave, and also crop rotation. Okay, so Swashbuckler here. Play the Warehouse first, so we can activate the Swashbucklers. There's 2 workers' villages in the secret cave down here. That's a bit ugly, but okay. So maybe we just wish for hireling, play it, and buy a secret cave. Yeah. Not ideal this draw, but well. We did draw well before, so evens out. I wanna have one hireling in play. It's also nice with crop rotation. And here, secret cave. Don't need a second warehouse. And secret cave can also give us money. It can activate Swashbucklers. This is a great starting hand. Definitely want to expand soon. Oh, he's got one wish left, right? Got one left, yeah. Yeah, we want to expand because we will be gaining golds of Swashbucklers at some point, and these can be expanded into provinces and other stuff. Feels a bit ahead now. It's crashed nicely. Crashed a bit. Still has a wish left. 3 Swashbucklers. He's got an expand. But nothing insurmountable. We do have crop rotation, which is nice. We do have a hireling out. He could also do that. Oh, he wishes for gold instead. Lets him buy nice stuff, I guess. Port Swashbuckler, I would think. Yep. He's got 4 now. Oh, that's quite something. 4 Swashbucklers. Hireling first, although it does not matter. Now we can play the Swashbuckler coffers. I hope we draw the other one up. No. We play the mode first. So how do we do this? So we can set up, there is an estate in the discard. We play the secret cave, discard 3. Until 3. Now we play the warehouse. Now there's 4 in the discard. We play the secret cave again, then there will be 7 in the discard. Then we play the warehouse, we draw 3, discard 3, and then we play the swashbuckler and we activate it. Okay. All that work to generate 3 coin. That's not good. Well, next turn we're gonna have more money. Maybe another secret cave. He's definitely, he has a good lead here. Not a lot we can do to salvage that. I said it the last game as well, but here there's a lot more game left, and if he plays it right, he should just outbuild us pretty massively and win. I'm not quite sure what happened that we fell so far behind. I mean, there was this one kinda dud turn where some of our good stuff bottom decked. Up until that point it felt pretty even, but maybe that really hurt us, that turn. Not sure. he's getting all the Swashbucklers. We're in trouble. He's got so many already, and we can at most get 4. The Swashbucklers also not cooperating. Well, we got the chest, so, but still would like to activate some of these. We can't activate this Swashbuckler. Let's try to get an estate on top for crop rotation next turn. Yeah, there's one. Okay, we can have 16. We can buy expand Swashbuckler here. Next turn we're gonna have less money as well, because we only have one secret cave out now. Do want an expand now, so just expand Swashbuckler. We're gonna pass the chest back and forth. These Swashbucklers making money. 4 coffers. That's pretty nice. See if he starts on provinces. Don't really see what we can do. He's also not gonna dot because he's got schemes to top deck, like village, swashbuckler, warehouse every turn. I don't know if that's what he's doing. That's what he's top decking, but that should be pretty good. We can top deck 4 cards even. Yeah, it's not like, how is he gonna that? There's no way. So we'll have to hope he misplays in some way. Maybe. Don't think that is gonna happen. We can see for like 1 or 2 more turns how it unfolds, but there's not a lot of hope left for us, I don't think. Yeah, look at this. You can just double. You can just double here, and next turn he can finish. Assuming we're just gonna take double province and hope, I don't know, that he draws all his treasures. I don't think he can even dot. Can he? House here. Wanna discard. We'll just have to double and hope something strange happens. But we're pretty much dead. So no need to resign, he can just play it. Just empty these 3 and it's done. Can probably straight up buy them. You can also mill, there's like 100 ways in how he can win this. Alright. So he takes the 5th one. Somehow that snowballed out of control. Not sure how exactly. Probably related to the dot. I don't think that, well, he did have an expand and we didn't, so that's another nice thing for him. Well, at least for some time, but then again we had the crop rotation and he didn't, and I thought that was pretty good for us, so not quite sure. But anyway, this is the last one, and there's sewers. Do we want to get that? Could trash 2 right off the bat with goat. Buy a pixie. What do we even do on this board? There's captain. So you can get actions through captain. There's old witch for draw, replace and stuff. Yeah, I think we open sewers and then our goat can trash 2. And then we can buy like a pixie or something. Could also be a silver, but no, pixie. Could also be a develop. Like develop estates into silver. And with sewers, that's also a nice crasher. Let's try it out. Oh, when we trash 2s we get poor houses, so let's not develop. Actually, we could also play a deck to place poor houses. But we'd need captain for actions. Like we could develop an estate into forager poorhouse. Trash down real fast. Let's try develop. Gets an old witch. Don't think we're gonna have problems dealing with curses. Poacher. Let's get one. Get sewers as well. Okay. So let's do the thing. Estate into forager poorhouse. Maybe we wanna do something else first though. Well, if we develop copper, that just gives us a poorhouse. I think forager poorhouse is better. Can also develop the forager into other stuff. And the pixie. We're gonna get thin real fast. Here we hit 5. If forager a copper, we'll hit 5. If we forager an estate, we'll also hit 5. So let's get rid of the copper first, because we want our poorhouse to become better. Oh, well, we can also hit 5 this way by just trashing 2 coppers. Yeah. For 5, maybe apprentice, and we can develop stuff. We could develop the apprentice into a captain or something. I don't know. This board is this developing business kind of complicated. Oh, that's a cool thing. Now we can trash this copper. We're gonna trash the estate with the apprentice. We'd really like to hit 6 now to get a captain. We don't wanna trash the poorhouse. Pixie, sure. Because, well, we can get rid of the goat now. Do we want to? Yeah, we don't need it anymore, right? And it powers up our forager. Not that we want to play it that often anymore, but the main thing is we want to hit 6 here by a captain. This is fun. This is a fun board. I don't know if I know what I'm doing, but we'll see. Here we can play the captain as something. There's apprentice on top, right? So we can draw that. We could also leave it on top, but we want to play the captain as a poacher, I think. We can forage a curse, play poorhouse, and buy like Captain Pixie. And we just don't do anything with the apprentice. We can later develop it. Okay, so now we have an action available to us. We play this as a poacher. House captain with Pixie. I guess you can receive the boons, but the Pixie stays there, I would think. But wanna play the poacher anyway. To receive an additional coin. Now we develop Apprentice into Captain Poacher. Don't trash any of these. Pixie. Don't think we need this. No, we don't. So we keep it. And there's a forager. How much money are we gonna make? 4 from Poorhouse, 2 from forager, that's 6. Right, we have 9 right now. So if you play this as a poacher, it can be more. We play this as a poacher. The thing is, do we want to play it as a pixie maybe? Do we want more poachers? I am not sure on that. Oh god, now it's getting complicated. We want to add more captains to our deck. I mean, do the boons help us a lot at this stage? They can. Gonna play the poacher here. Forage this thing. Well, the action boon could help, right? Well, we could also gain an Old Witch. Right, we could buy Captain Old Witch. Could buy Captain Replace. Yeah, I think we want a 5 cost. We might even just develop the 5 cost. But anyway. So Captain Old Witch, I think. We actually wanna take curses from his Old Witch to have food for our forager. Yeah, there's one. I think we just develop our Old Witch into a captain. Captain plus poacher. Yeah, the line we took seems to have worked out pretty nicely with the develop and stuff. Okay, and I think we play the captains as poachers just because that gives us some money. What do we do with this? No. Okay, we develop the Old Witch into another captain. And a poacher, don't want to trash anything. This captain as a poacher as well. Forage the curse. And we've already got enough for the last 2 captains, so what do we do with these 2? I guess we can play pixies to flip boons now. No, that doesn't do anything. Oh, well, it just doesn't work at all. There's no option to trash. Okay, well, now we know how that interaction works. Just two captains. Well, now actually, we do want to play, well, we can just play them as poorhouses, but now we need to discard with our poachers. So maybe now we develop this poacher into an old witch or something. Nice, more food for our forager. It's just gonna province now, I think. Let's see what he does. We did end up with 7 captains, so that can't be a bad thing. I mean, we can just play them as poorhouses at the start of our turn, and then that's already almost double province. Gets rid of his goat. No. Oh. Does want to keep it still? Or maybe he does wanna. More curses. I welcome them. Okay. We want actions, right? So we would like to double province this turn. How do we best do that? Let's play Pixie twice. Or 1 time anyway. Another time. Could also be 2 poorhouses now. Let's play Pixie and then 1 poorhouse. I mean, we can also just play poorhouses later, right? With the captains that we play later. So, no need to play it now at the start of our turn. So the trash, this stuff. Not a Pixie. Okay. So do we develop one of these poachers into Old Witch Forager? We will then be able to double province, right? I mean, it would be nice to have a replace also for milling, but I think we need to draw. So let's do it like this. Don't trash. Forager, Old Witch. Keep that. There's 2 curses here, right? So One of these can be a pixie. Poacher. Foragers, we will get up to 6, 10. We don't quite hit double province. We hit 14, right? Poor house with this guy. Okay, so single province. Replace. I think a replace is nice now. Yeah. Don't want another poorhouse. Don't think the captains can be poorhouses. Soon curses will run and then poachers will be really bad, so we wanna get rid of them. That old witch earlier, it could also have been an apprentice, and maybe it should have been one. We can just apprentice the poachers. Yeah. And it also doesn't cost an action. So I really think it should have been an apprentice and not an old witch. Yeah, that was kind of a mistake, I think. Because then we could have also double provinced. Well, maybe the curse hurts him. Don't think it will though. Yeah, that's actually not. That old witch wasn't the best. Wasn't the best game. You should still be pretty far ahead, but apprentice would have been so much better, I think. That was not ideal to take the old witch. Not ideal at all. Should have thought better about that. Oh, here we are. Can still replace the old witch into something, into an apprentice. But that's also not the most efficient thing. Anyway, we just need to maneuver ourselves into a good position where we can threaten to end the game, and he can't defend against that, because we should be able to do that with all these captains and all the other stuff that our deck can do. He trashes a poacher. Into a gold as a single province. Okay, let's start out with a pixie. Another pixie. We want actions. Don't know if all of them should be pixies, then we have 5 actions. Well, then it's enough to play all the captains as powerhouses and the old witch as well. So maybe that's alright. We can replace the poacher into we don't want a mill here, right? Because then we can't double. We want to double. If we double, he can also double as the thing. He's got a gold, and he can make 8 on top. We need 2 provinces. Then we're at 18. Then if he gets 2 provinces, he's at 24, and we can beat that. He can triple. So we want to double. And we also want to set up so that our next turn we'll be able to draw, right? So we could, at the end of our turn, for example, develop poacher into a well, we are not gonna do that with all captains out, but anyway, we wanna draw up here. I guess we play the old witch first. Now we play the pixie. Don't need that. Does he have a poacher? No. So it's no use for us to empty curses. Okay, so we just develop poacher into apprentice. We need enough money for double. We have that if we have that, like we trash the curse. Then we'll have 3. Play all the captains as poorhouses. Then we'll have 15, so we need 1 more. And we only have 1 action left, so maybe we actually want to play this poacher, and we can replace develop into an apprentice. Well, we can also forage this poorhouse. We don't really need it. Could also do that. And then we can develop Poacher into Apprentice Forager on top of our deck. Or maybe even Apprentice Silver, because if we Apprentice Silver, that powers up our Foragers even more. So let's do that. Yeah, we're gonna play the poorhouses at the end of our turn anyway, so it's okay to have a silver in our hand at the start of our turn. And he can't triple, right? He's got... there's no way he can triple. So he can safely double. Can also replace a captain if we need next turn. Do we want to buy a poorhouse? Don't think so. Do we want to buy a poorhouse? Well, we need it. If it doubles, we just need province and duchy. And don't need to buy a poorhouse for that. Will get in the way, I think, rather than do something for us. Okay, so we should be set up to close this game out now. He kind of needs to double, but if he doubles, we should have an easy win. That was a really cool board though, really fun. I think the going for the develop was really worth it in the beginning. Worked really well. I mean, and we also drew well, I guess. First player should also have an advantage on this board, so that all comes together. But really feels like the develop thing paid off. Gonna start out by playing all the captains as pixies again, and well, I guess we apprentice the old witch or the silver. Well, we'll see what we draw. Apprenticing silver, playing old witch draws us one more card but costs an action. But we don't need a lot of actions to generate enough coin, because we can just replace a captain or maybe even mill a province depending on what he does. I'm assuming he doubles, because what else is there to do? Or maybe he doesn't have double in his hand. Could also be the case. Yeah, that poacher Had to discard 2 cards, so they really suck now, the poachers. We also have a poacher left that can be forager food. Oh, he already put the silver in the bin. Oh, couldn't have known that, but in that case, there should have been a forager, of course, but well, we didn't know that he was gonna put a silver in there. So he goes for Duchy Province, I guess. Duchy. Duchy Pixie, maybe. All doesn't sound great. That all does not sound great. Yeah, double Duchy. Well, maybe we can double and mill. That should win us the game. And should be doable. We'll need to play... Well, if we play 2 foragers, that's 6. Then we just need like 3 poorhouses or 2 poorhouses and another forager. Should be doable. We'll start out by playing pixies. Okay. Gonna play this pixie. Keep. Maybe we can even apprentice the captain. Then how many actions do we need? We need 1 for the replace province into province. We also need stuff that we can trash. Well, there's a develop down there. There's a poacher down there that we can trash. If we apprentice province, do we have it guaranteed? Apprentice province. Then we're at 11. Then we mill, we are still at 11. I think if we apprentice the province, we have it guaranteed, so let's do it. Right, we apprentice province, we buy 2, then that's okay. And if we apprentice province, we should be able to buy 2 with our hand size. Let's go for it. Okay. Forager, a curse. Replace province into province. We need to get rid of the silver. Forager silver. We forage poacher. And now we play the poorhouses. Okay. Can even get a duchy on top. Alright, nice. We win the last one. That was a really fun board. Bit complicated, but cool stuff to do. And we win 5-1 in total. That's a really great result. Playing my next game Tuesday against N.A. Smith, and that's gonna be exciting. So stay tuned for that. Thank you everybody for listening, and see you next time. Goodbye.